You deserve a photo shoot every hour. It's your hour. Camera, lights, flash, click.
Tick, strike up, pose.
Oh, swag, drippy, click, strike up.
Yeah, I remember that song.
We should actually do like a rap episode. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Next episode we're gonna do is a rap episode.
Yep.
Mine. Okay. Hey. Hey, our Rangers, how are you doing? Happy New Year! Yeah. Woo! Yes, this is Vera. If you didn't know, maybe you suffered from short-term memory over the holidays. Because December was long and it was nice, guys. But yes, I'm Vera, and this is the new kind of content that we've been making. We started making it last year, Conversations with Vera. And today I'm joined by someone who I've known for a very long time. We have been through the gutters of Zimbabwe, guys, together. But I'm going to let him introduce himself because in true our culture, we don't introduce people.
What's up? My name is Morset. I am a creative who is a poet first, and then a lot of other things after the poetry, of course.
We'll put all of the other things and many more.
And many more, yes.
And in this post. But yeah, so basically for those of you who don't know, Conversations with Vera is all about me basically hijacking random people, and then they don't know what we're going to talk about, and we just talk about it for a couple of minutes, and then yeah, we try and conclude the conversation, and then we ask you guys to comment in the comment section below and on our Twitter, so we can just see how further this conversation goes, and maybe we need to have a whole per hour episode. But anyway,
She just called me random.
yes,
Wow.
random in the sense that I literally walked into the office and said, "Yo, can we do a video
Can
with
we
you
talk?"
today? Can we talk?" I think men hate that. When women, why are men so afraid of that statement?
Oh, because it can mean anything. It could be anything.
But doesn't it source from the fact that you know you did something wrong?
No.
It's like when your mom calls, you get home, and then your mom is like, "Lassie,
Can we talk?
we are ban." No, it's not even can we talk. For those of you who don't understand Shona, we are ban just means come here. And like in the Shona context, it's a very heavy
that's a very-
way of saying.
Yeah.
So does it not mean the same? Does it not like?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I think the frightening part is that you don't know what it's about, or what it's going to be about. So, yeah, that's the most frightening part. So it could be anything.
Why are you scared? No, like, okay, I'll give a good example. I'll give a very good example. If you go for a HIV test, but you're a virgin, you won't be scared because you know that you have not been sexually active. I know that yes, you
Maybe
can get
you've been
HIV in
cut
other
by a
ways.
razor
Yes.
blade.
We know all of that. We know all of that. We all watched that movie on ZBC. Was it a movie or a series about the nurse that got HIV from a needle or whatever? But yeah, we've all watched that. But I'm just saying that like everyone's first thought about catching HIV is that you're gonna get it through sexual intercourse. So if you're a virgin and you decide, for vibes, I'm just gonna go and get tested, you're not gonna be scared. You're just gonna be like, well,
Yeah, of course.
it'll be crazy if I have it, but like, you're not gonna be scared. So it's the same thing with that statement. Can we talk?
Can we talk?
If you're scared, it means you did something wrong.
No, it means you're afraid of what's going to come because you don't know what's coming.
So what's the worst thing that can come?
I don't know, maybe, I can't do this anymore, or, I've been thinking about us, so I think we've overstayed this relationship.
Lord, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked.
Time to go!
So it could be anything. That's it. So yeah, that's what scares a lot of men.
It's crazy. Anyway, that's not really what I wanted to talk to you about. What I wanted to talk to you about, which we'll probably have to cut short because we had this random segue, is Winky D. I think all of you who have been on social media in the beginning bits of this year was that Winky D was being accused of being like, what, political? I guess like hoodwinking youthies into singing politically charged songs. And I found this very funny because someone was like, they saw the lyrics. The lyrics were in a language they understood. So what did they think they were singing about? Do you think it's wrong that Winky D, I don't know, and like everyone knows that like Winky D's kind of music, it's always been very socially conscious. I think his previous album that was like censored and blah, blah. So I'm like, this is something that's common knowledge. Like, why are you scared? Can we talk? It sounded very insensitive. But yes, what are your views on that? Like the fact that people like, I know Fantan, yes, I will call you out on my podcast. Fantan, you were one of the people who were like, hey, Winky D should have done better. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, were these kids high that they didn't know what they were singing about? Were they roofied before and after they recorded?
So I'll say this as an artist myself. There are times when you get into the studio,
Yeah.
or even before you go to the studio, there are times when you're in your bedroom writing, whether it's a poem or a song. It sounds amazing and innocent, you know that when it's on paper. In
Yeah.
your room.
Yeah.
But the moment you stand in front of it and you're delivering those words, you're observing people's reactions. Because, oh my word, this could be deeper than I thought when I was in my room. So maybe that's.
Give me
That's
an
what-
example of lyrics that can translate into this could be deeper than I thought. Because I don't, like, I write too, and I hear what you're saying.
No, but there are things like, innuendos. Yeah, you can say something which can be interpreted into 3-4 different ways.
So then isn't that the fault of the people who are offended? It's just like if I were to write a tweet today and say, guys who wear orange shirts are losers. If you choose to read that tweet and be like, it's about me, then fam, this is like, it's on you.
What are you trying to say about that?
I was giving an example.
Wow.
I was giving an example.
Very precise
It's
example.
a bright orange. I wasn't in the tweet. It wasn't specific. But like I feel like isn't it just like an issue of the government taking it too personal?
Why are you mad?
I think I haven't listened. I'll be honest, guys. I haven't listened to Winky D's new album. I won't say what I normally say when I say Winky D's name. But his previous album, even his previous songs, like there's certain things. Okay, let's look at the Didi Maite song, right? Where he's just talking about a general experience of a father who's having a conversation with his son, and the son is like, yo, other people out here balling out and like, what the hell are you doing with your life, fam? Like, is this you? You know? So it's just like, so if I am an MP and I listen to this song and I take offense to it, I mean, if the shoe fits, then isn't that on you? If you're choosing to take it personally, isn't it like on the government?
Honorable Speaker, I never mentioned anyone. But if the shoe fits, wear it.
So emotional.
I don't know, because from the reactions, of the reactions that I've seen so far on social media, it's a mix. They've been from a mix of people from different groups.
Yeah, specters, yeah.
Spectrum, government officials, other artists, and just the general public.
Yeah.
So maybe it depends. The interpretation that I saw, how someone interprets it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, your question is why are people getting offended?
Yeah,
Or
like why is
are
it
those
Winky?
young artists
Yeah, was
saying
Winky
they
D
didn't know?
wrong for like not explicitly saying to them that listen, this song, like you might get arrested for it, or you might lose your endorsement deals with ED's music. What's it called? ED's label for ED artist for ED, whatever that thing. Like, was it wrong that he didn't explicitly have this conversation with them, or is it also up to you as an artist to do your own research? Like, and especially for someone as big as Winky D, guys. Like,
But then we don't know because we haven't seen the conversations that he did
with the artist.
with the artists.
I
We don't
hear
know
you.
about that.
This is all like speculation.
Yeah.
But like in a perfect world, how should have this process worked out or happened
How there is
between
never-
Winky D and the artist?
There is never a perfect world. That's one thing.
Okay, and a good enough situation in a good enough world.
I don't know. I think maybe it's a conversation that this is where professionalism comes in, where whatever happens between Morset and Vera as collaborating artists has to be done. Has to be, maybe the conversation starts between our managers instead of just us as artists,
I
talking
hear you.
about. So, and that then covers things like contracts and all that, or maybe if it's an MOU, because some people are afraid of contracts, they feel contracts are too heavy.
Yeah.
They want maybe MOUs, which then spell out how the collaboration is going to be done and who's bringing in what and all that.
Yeah.
And then from that, you have each and every one of you knows what exactly they're expected to contribute to the partnership. So we don't know. We don't have all that information. We don't know how.
But then, like, the creative process is between the creatives.
Yeah, between the creatives.
So yes, all of that stuff happens, but I'm now getting down to because the issue is the issue of the lyrics. That people are saying that these kids didn't know what they were saying. But I'm like, okay, I'll give it. I did hear one of the songs from the album, and that's the one with Shingai. And literally, the chorus is, "This is the land we died for, we cried for, Usadaro." If you are singing these lyrics and then like a week later you're like, but I didn't know that it was politically charged. I mean.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
You don't think that it's gonna like upset our government, our very same government that gets upset over the bare minimum? Like, I mean, it's on
Vera
you.
saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Yes, no, disclaimer. I have my very clear-cut opinions. But like, do you get what I mean? I'm just saying that like, I don't think these young artists, I don't think anyone has the right to say that Winky D was wrong, because I'm like, it's in your language. You sat down and wrote the lyrics. Maybe you didn't write the lyrics. Maybe he wrote the lyrics for you. But you're sitting and you're reading the lyrics. When I'm asked to collaborate with someone, whether they're giving me lyrics or I'm writing down my own lyrics, we sit and we read each other's lyrics. We understand if there's a word I don't understand. Oh, please explain, what does this mean? Oh, and then like, and the thing is, let's not lie, guys. Artists, when you're out here explaining your art, you really want people to really understand. Like, you're like, oh yeah, so when I say the
go
butterfly
all
flies
out,
over the
yeah.
tree, what I'm talking about is how women are not appreciated. You know, like, you have those conversations. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we should invite some of these artists to,
Right.
Yeah.
Invite Holy 10. Holy 10, if you watch, by any strange, random, wild reason, you're watching this podcast, please do hit us up. Can we talk?
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you'd just like to say before we round off the conversation? Like I said, it's short, brief. You know?
Yeah, I think, okay, I'll go back to professionalism. If you don't have a manager, if you have a manager, make sure your manager has like handles that professional side of things.
Yeah.
Before you engage with anyone,
Yeah.
as a creative, make sure that your manager has a contract or MOU and it's clear to you
Yeah.
what you're supposed to contribute to the partnership or collaboration. And if you don't, maybe just find a lawyer friend or someone who can help the conversation between the two of you, or the three of you. I mean, I don't know, however, the number, the 50 of you collaborating on the song,
Yeah.
poem, whatever you're doing. I think a lot of artists these days have got, there's always that person where people say, I cannot have a manager until I get to a certain stage of my career as an artist.
Yeah.
Which I think that's debatable, but you still can get professional help from people around you. Or if you don't have anyone around you who can help you interpret contracts or explain contracts to you, a friend, a lawyer or something.
Yeah, I hear you. But also, like, are there even like qualified managers out there?
Well, that's another debate as well, where what we call managers in Zim, a lot of artists just find someone who can, maybe who has a little bit of money, who can help them, and then they start calling them a manager. They find a friend who likes their music and they start calling them a manager.
A brother, a sister, a boyfriend, a husband.
So yeah.
I'm not poking at anybody. I'm just saying these are
I can drop
examples.
names. Just kidding. I'm not.
We'll drop them in the comment section below. But yeah.
Yeah. So I think it goes. Yeah, I think the basics, professionalism, and
That's
knowing
really
what a
true.
manager is, the types of managers.
And I think also comes down to you as an artist knowing what you want and what you expect. I think any business relationship should be looked at like a romantic relationship. When you meet someone, you know what you want, and this is how you know that this is a business for me, this isn't a business for me. So it's the same thing with like the creative
Notice
business.
red flags.
Right? From a mile away. It's like, I know that door. So yeah, I think it's the same thing with like when you're looking for a manager. Like, know what you want, know where you fall short. I know I overcommit a lot, so if I were to get a manager, you would have to be the one to say no for me, because I'll be like, yes, I'll do it. Of course, I got you. Vera's booked for 50 gigs in one night. Yeah, so coolies. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much, Morset, for joining me today and for allowing me to hijack you. Thank you to the team behind the scenes. Yes.
Yeah. See ya.
Blux Nation. And yeah, thank you so much for watching up to this point. We love you. Please make sure that you tell us your views in the comment section below. You can also tweet at us. I was going to say it's tweet us, yeah. You can at us on Twitter. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great new year. And also just like follow us and subscribe because we have a lot of new, interesting, different content coming out. So yeah, we'll see you guys. Stay good, stay awesome. Don't do drugs.
Ciao.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say I didn't know this was going to happen. Vera came to the office. I was minding my own business, being peaceful, and she just said, come, we want to talk about artists in agriculture. I had no idea she wanted us to discuss this. I just wanted you guys to know.
Click, striker, pose.
Oh, swag, drippy, drippy, click, striker, pose. Clap for what up? He already paid her dues. Word. Clap for Wagon. He already paid her.